Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Last time! Can you believe this? Seriously? We're on the moon! We fought and defeated Zodiark. Only to find out, and thanks for this, Fan Daniel, that Zodiark's existence was literally the thing keeping the chaos of the final days from remanifesting. So his whole plan was to free Zodiark and kill him. Now granted, his plan also involved us dying and we didn't, so yeah, we're still around. Unfortunately, so is Xenos. And he's like, I was so disappointed in Zodiark, I'm gonna have to go find something bigger to eat and make myself a god. I can't deal with this, man. I mean, there's still the fact that we're on the moon. Look at this. This is freaking gorgeous. And then just random piece of elegant junk over there. There's a structure over there. I have no idea what that is. What are you, buddy? In Shadow's wake. Oh yeah.
Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surrounds is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share, you see. I sensed others arriving not long ago. Though my communions with Heidelin have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know these are your comrades. And as luck would have it, they have already reached my abode. Come, let us join them.
What? The Scions are here? The heck are you guys doing on the frickin' moon? You guys are supposed to be back there, dealing with the frickin'... Oh, they probably dealt with all the Tempered already. Well, some of the Scions are here at least.
Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the Tempered before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent's healers have had their hands full, tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave.
Lest you wonder, Mistress Kryl hath also been delivered unto their care. Serving as a conduit for Heidelin's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course.
As for Alphino and Alice, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, that matters here have already come to a conclusion.
And not a good one. Well, is he gonna say anything?
But what manner of conclusion, if I might ask? And is this the ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amarot. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Heidelin, together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiark. Or rather, it was my duty.
Yeah, by the way, Zodiark's dead. So that giant, super end game boss we were building up for 4 expansions, poof. Honestly, kind of anticlimactic if you ask me. But hey, I'm not the writer.
Then Zodiark is no more?
Mm-hmm.
And not without consequence, I am afraid. For now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of...
Oh. Are you alright? Oh dear.
My attempts to forestall Zodiark's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. Oh, please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? Maybe peruse them while we wait. Oh, by all means. If you would review them chronologically, might I suggest beginning with those on the upper floor?
Interesting storage. I would have thought the bottom floor, but hey.
I shall leave that to you, Dekumon, while I see what I can be gleaned from the crystals on these lower levels.
Alright. Little history lesson to start off. It's more than just Zodiark, isn't it? It's the fact that Heidelin's fading. And yeah, I know, my mouse popped up right at the beginning. I bought my cord by mistake, sorry. Wait. This is my mender? Actually, I should check and see what weapon level are you. So you are selling 533. You are finally selling stuff that is stronger than what I can pick up. Hello. This must be the one I'm looking for. All right, what have you got to say? As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiark flows through your mind. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. These appear to be recordings of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiark's imprisonment. Sad. Poor guy. He has been here way too long. And another? As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities flows through your mind. The records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiark's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on his brands. Maintaining Zodiark's imprisonment appears to tax Heidelin greatly. Which is, you know, pretty much the whole reason of her existence was to stop Zodiark. But I guess without additional worshippers, she was growing weak over time. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flows through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiark broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the Loporits, but it's not clear who or what they are. Loporits? What is a Loporit? Not a word I'm familiar with. As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor throws through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiark from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiark, so long as he remains imprisoned. Or maybe they're like, yeah, they literally can't do much to him until he's completely free. Pretty much useless without all the shards being stuck together again. Did you learn anything of import? I learned that there are things called Loporits, but beyond that, I know everything else. So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Heidelin. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant this facility. Truly, Heidelin's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Wow. So they didn't have a moon back then, That seems crazy, but alright.
I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep cutting the ancients short. Their voices are just so grating. I get it's supposed to be this unusual language. Like, the dragons at least sound somewhat interesting. These guys just sound like they've been went through the frickin' synthesizer 3 too many times.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiark and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Good. We definitely need to hear about this. Sweet. Zoom out.
Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Etherius. One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair.
Terrible cry.
At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
No, really?
They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where next the corruption would manifest.
Really? I wonder how that would work. Oh, is that little toy there? So they knew they were tracking something, just not what.
The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents.
Whoa.
The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature, which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence.
Really? I figured even the ancients would know about this one.
Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest.
It's a shield! Isn't it? That's what it is. It's basically like the etherical form of ozone. And when it grows weak, something from outside breaks through. Huh.
Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
A stagnancy?
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived.
Uh-huh.
No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Huh. I wonder if this is just natural entropy that was causing this. You know, just like, you know, stars at the end of its lifetime. Everything's gonna eventually run out of gas. Weird.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more.
Yeah, that's where we're at now.
Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac, herself, and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place.
A lock with 13 keys. Or rather, a door with 13 locks. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. That's what she told me, then what she told me in the Ethereal Sea was false? Yeah. Hydaelyn seemed to have a pretty big heart-on against darkness.
Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word. Hydaelyn and Zodiac are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiac was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Aetherius' population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen, and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetherius and her history.
Wonder why.
Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wish to look to the future, and not linger in a prison of the past.
Therefore, she would always push for the future.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her?
All of them.
How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Again, pretty much all of them, because we already knew their plan. Once all the rejoinings were done, kill off everyone on Hydaelyn to resurrect Zodiac and all the ancients that they basically sacrificed to him.
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believes that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
Probably disappear.
The nomenclature is more fitting than you know.
The source, right?
Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate.
That's right. Novrant is just as much in trouble as everything else. He's thinking of Rin. Uh-oh. That's a bad sound.
It is ready.
What's ready?
This way, if you would be so kind.
That was you? I thought that was, like, Zodiarc's, essence leaking out and the chaos wreaking havoc, and I wasn't there before. Well, the lights weren't.
A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst, and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Aetherius to safe harbor.
Oh. This is what the people were preparing for!
You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them.
Oh. This is what Charlian was prepping for! They knew this was coming! They knew this was what was gonna happen! Oh.
And fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the dark.
Maybe if we present this to them, we'll be like, yeah, we understand now. Can you talk to us? Cripes. Oh. Wonder who these pilots are. Oh, I need to clean my inventory. Oh, hi. There'll be another person inside me there. All right, mucked around in the inventory a wee bit, and bonus, new scythe to play with. Wait. Oh my god, it's a chainsaw scythe. Okay. That's pretty freaking cool. Reminds me of the scythes from, not the scythes really, but the long swords from .hack GU. You could get some pretty redonkulous chainsaws in there. Although I think they had a chainsaw scythe too. Anyway, time for some helping hands.
The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Imitorum, where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Argos, the familiar with whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across.
Oh, so that's the fancy dog's name.
As Hyden created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of ether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand and attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way.
Yeah, well, that path kind of sucked.
If he labors in service to Heidelin's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand, then?
Yeah, we should. And maybe I can finally start picking up some ether currents along the way, because seriously, I haven't found a single one yet. Thought we were going to the brand, not the middle of the nowhere.
The place we seek is just ahead at the Chlorophagust. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me.
Off to the east. Which is not the direction I want to go for my ether current, of course. This is a weird-looking area.
Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar fungoi draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the fungoi along?
Sure? What am I doing? I'm looking for the right sponge to help. There we are. I just gotta stick my hand on one, right? Good old ether drain, everyone's favorite. There's my puppy! Good boy. He's happy to see me. Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again.
A most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more of a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before.
But now? I think it's more the fact that I have a Zem's soul.
As for your companions...
Oh.
Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm.
Hopefully my chocobo doesn't get jealous me riding a dog.
Your destination is the structure there across the Cradle of Darkness. But climb onto Argos' back, and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together, you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Urianger wait here.
Alright. Ride Argos across the chasm.
Yes. Onward, doggy! A malefic ether yet permeates the crater. Remnants of Zodiac, most like.
Probably. Also, the camera is doing this automatically. I would point that out. This is not helping me find my ether currents, however.
Just a little further.
Interesting. We're going down, down. Loving Ways Darlings?
This structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amaronite.
Apologies for the wait.
Right then, let us head inside and... Oh?
More doggies? Oh. All the fakes disappeared.
Most intriguing. A means by which he can conserve energy, mayhap?
Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. Stay here where it's safe, alright? I don't need Doggo getting hurt.
If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long.
Whoa. Holy cow. Best Ways Burrow. This is humongous. Look at this place. It's massive. It is cool looking, and there's an aetheryte down there. Sweet. Now, how do we get down there safely is the good question. And why the music so foreboding all of a sudden?
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Supposedly. Is that our oh my god, it's adorable. I want one. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, there's an army of these little buggers. These things are so cute. I want a plushie of one so badly. Wait a minute. Naming Way? No. I have a little minion I got way back when Stormblood came out for the book. The Encyclopedia Exorcia. They gave you a little minion of a character called Naming Way. And I think it looks like this. I have to pull that minion. This is so adorable. You all look identical. How the heck am I gonna tell any of you people apart? Oh, well that one looks different.
Look lively, everyone. I know. This 1,243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiac, alas, is no more.
Oh well.
As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Aetheris to safety.
Bonus, I actually said it correctly.
Our time has come, my friends.
Oh, these things are so cute.
We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive.
And then they look stage left and we're already here.
Expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
They're an orderly bunch too, I'll give them that. Rabbits on the moon. Who would have guessed?
'Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Oh my goodness. Aw, helping hands indeed. They're so cute. Hey, I'm already up to 85. A Harey Situation. You've got to be kidding me. Come on. Tancred's dumbfounded expression suggests he's still struggling to comprehend the spectacle he has just witnessed. They must be the Loporits mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about it in order to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. Yep. Oh boy. Oh, is that the way I'm supposed to go down? Well, the heck was supposed to. I'm taking the express elevator. I knew it. Check this out. While it's whispered that this cheerful Vragant is the sole surviving member of a tribe hailing from none other than the moon, most see Namingway for who he is, a queer fellow with a penchant for giving all he meets absurd nicknames, then jotting them down in his mysterious. Look at this guy. If this isn't one of the frickin' Loporites, I can't tell you what. He is like damn near close enough to it. You guys were teasing this way back at Stormblood. Ah, guys, I cannot believe you. Oh, and bonus, we can finally start collecting ether currents. Seriously, this is the first one I've managed to find. And let me guess, I still have to do 10 in this zone, right? May Elementorium, 10, yeah, that literally is number 1 on the checklist. This one doesn't get a name. Interesting.
The leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Sinking Way is the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Aetherius, and that's a promise.
Singing Way, eh? Yeah, you might notice they have an interesting naming scheme to them. Let's see if I can find one that'll point it out properly. Ah, there's the sleepyhead from earlier.
Leader? No. Sleeping Way. My job is... perhaps I better ask.
I suspect your job is to keep track of all these little buggers when they're sleeping. You're doing a lousy job of it. I don't think this one's the leader either.
What? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told?
Take me to your leader. Were you the one giving orders earlier? Hum, hum, hum. No, yeah. No, were you the one giving out all the orders earlier? I think you were.
Me? Oh, yes, of course. As the only one around here capable of doing anything properly, it falls to me to take charge of the others.
Doesn't say much for our crew if you're the only one able to be competent. Oh, well, looks like you beat us here.
Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them?
So far.
A group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking?
Oh, right, they're expecting Amoronites.
This isn't a nursery after all. Though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? Oh, no matter. You needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing about gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run along back towards the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball at the center. If you should find yourself lost, of course. I shall gather the others and meet you there.
Well then, back to the upper floor it is. Aye. Oh, this was a hike and a half.
course, introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loperites, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Very creative naming scheme we have here.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Atheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiark's obliteration.
Through no fault of your own. No, I'm pretty sure we could blame this one on Fandaniel.
Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations.
Right. Ancients.
Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further.
Oh. Well.
Here, we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiark around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you,
Jeez.
to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold.
And like I said, this is what Charlene is hoarding all that crap for right now. They knew this was coming. And then off we go.
Once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly. For one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
Okay, puts the Allegan tech to shame.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Heidelin. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement.
Oh dear, so we don't have a solid base, we just have a lot of best guesses. And when's the last time you recalculated?
No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
This is where they're gonna figure it out, the outside help quip that just showed up.
Help? From who?
From the Sharlians.
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? But you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Your moon? Oh yeah, we should probably explain the shit that's going on out there.
Heidelin herself led you here. You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Oh, well, you should speak for yourself.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
Nope. Seriously, Charlene, you couldn't have sent a picture or two?
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
It's a Charlian tome. He's gonna recognize it.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed.
I think you're gonna need more than a few blank pages.
The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages.
It only has one word. Harmless.
I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
She's having a panic attack. I shouldn't laugh. Panic attacks are actually real and very unpleasant for the people who have them, but this is hilarious.
Building way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
I suppose we could spare them some knowledge. I'm sorry, this quest is giving me the giggles. These critters are so cute. But I think that's all the time I have for today. So, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Heroes and Adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.